help me understand.
So-
how does Islam help build a good family?
Okay, so first of all, let's lay down the foundations here first. All the prophets, 124,000 prophets that came to this earth.
Listen carefully.
No,
We
no,
haven't
no,
got
no,
time.
hold on,
No,
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 one
no, no.
second.
No,
We
no,
haven't
I
got
don't
time
have
for.
I've got 5 minutes.
Please
I've
listen.
actually got 2 minutes.
And that is where
Here, I've
you
got
need
it.
to get
Here.
get into the dump into the deep.
So yeah.
How does
you don't want to listen then?
how
You
does
don't want to listen. I'm giving you
Islam
explanation. You have to
help
understand. Yeah.
build a good family?
So, in our religion,
Yeah.
right, you have to be fair with everyone in your family. My wife here, right, don't show my wife, please. But we have to be very fair with how we give. If there's a divorce, she has more rights than me. If
Listen
there's
carefully.
looking after children, we have to give our rights to our children when it comes to bringing up
I'll
our
give you.
children.
I'll
Okay.
give you a few facts. Maybe
Facts or just short notes that you got from the Quran and misinterpreted.
say again.
Facts or short verses from the Quran that you misinterpreted to make it fit your narrative.
Listen carefully.
Let me
asked a
tell you
question.
about Islam too.
One second.
We believe in
Whoa! Excuse me.
We believe
Excuse me, sir.
on the day of judgment.
Are you engaged?
Jesus-
Are you
Jesus
interested in a
will come
conversation?
on the day of judgment
Are you interested in a
and kill the
conversation?
Antichrist.
Are you interested in a conversation? Are you
Your
interested in a
beliefs-
conversation?
Your Christian beliefs are the
Are
same
you
as
interested?
ours.
Hello,
That's
don't
why-
ramble on.
that's why-
Are you interested in a conversation?
this I'm giving you
No,
explanation.
whoa. You
Yeah.
asked me a question. The
No,
question.
I'm giving you an answer.
No, you asked me a previous question. You look
What was the
confused
question?
right now.
What was the question?
This is what would happen.
No. What was the question?
This is
was
what
the question I asked
I
you?
am going to tell you. But before that, I'm going to warn you. When you ask a question, you look at him. Already tempted to say his next stuff. When you ask, this is called
Yeah.
Speaker's Corner.
Yeah.
Here,
I've been here loads of times.
listen carefully.
You can argue.
Clearly, as a Muslim, you have been here loads of times.
No,
I
I haven't.
understand.
Twice.
Yeah, sure. You said you've been here or whatever.
2 times is
But
enough.
excuse me, please listen. Don't do this and that. Please listen. You asked me a question
go on.
earlier.
Go on.
If you want to engage in an intelligent conversation, the way it works is when you ask a question, you respond. You wait for a response. So,
What was my question?
you asked me a question,
Go on.
which was, did I...
You're treating me like a retard. Go on.
Well, well, if that's how it... If that's
It's
how...
interesting to hear.
If that's how
It's
it comes...
interesting to hear. Oh,
If
go on.
that's how it comes
no,
across...
no.
If that's how it come across, now you know what it takes to get a Muslim to listen. You're not giving up.
Go
Yeah,
on.
I completely agree.
Go
This
on.
is the treatment that is
Go on.
required to make a
No,
Muslim
it's
listen.
not. No.
He doesn't even know what the question he asked. Now I have to tell him what he asked because he interjected me like a rambling whatever. Now I'll tell you. You asked me if for my conclusions I depend on a few verses here and there or if I know the Quran. That's what you asked me. See,
Yeah.
I remember your question. Why?
Yeah.
Because I am an intelligent man. I am a Christian. I listen.
You don't have to
I
be
listen.
to be intelligent.
I listen.
By the way,
I
you don't have to be
completely agree.
Christian to be
I
intelligent.
completely agree. But statistically, it seems like people of a particular religion show a statistical behavior which shows a pattern. And the
Oh, yeah.
pattern is exactly your pattern.
Okay.
Now that I've given you the response, be a little bit ashamed. But not just on that camera, on this camera also. If you
Yeah,
show
yeah,
that
I'm ashamed.
shame, a little bit of shame. Thank you
ashamed.
very much. Love. Now, I'll give you an answer.
He insulted
I
my
have
religion.
read your Quran back to back,
Okay.
front to back to front, multiple times, left to right, top to bottom, all sorts of ways. And I have several hundred pages worth of my learned comments that I have noted down. And I have written one full book that others could read right now, which is The Coming Islamic Takeover of the West. You could read also. And so you can get to know that a Christian has outed what you are discussing in your masjid. So we will return to the question I asked you earlier. My question I asked you earlier was very simply,
Yeah.
how does Islam help you build a good family? That's what I asked you.
And I told you my answer. I did
So
give an
far,
answer. The
you
rights
did
of
give
the
an
wife,
answer.
The rights of the children over the father, we have to give those rights. 50% of my wealth has to go to her if we get divorced. The house goes to her, or half of my money goes to her, right? My children, when I give my will,
50% of his money
Yeah.
goes to the lady.
At
Where?
least,
Where
at
is?
least.
Where is that
In
in
the
the
Sharia
Quran?
law.
Where is it in the Quran?
There you go.
Shall we take? Where? Let's take.
If it
Let's
sounds
take
so
where?
bad,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
blame
Let's
my wife to.
let's take where?
Oh,
You said Surah An-Nisa. Where? Where in Surah An-Nisa is it?
It's in the Surah Nisa. I'm not sure about the ayah.
Do you read the Quran at all? Do you study? Or do you just recite like parrots?
No,
Doesn't matter that
sounds
we
like
have
you're
to remind
sounding
our
proud though.
page or the page number.
Say
but
again.
we know about it that it's in the Surah Nisa.
I will tell you.
And it's related to the women, their rights, and the men and the women and
How
their
about you read it
rights.
for us together? Read it
Listen
together.
carefully.
Let's read
I
it
will,
together.
No, listen carefully. If you have
Do you
reading
want us to read it
comprehension,
together?
if
I
you
would
have-
like you
if
to
you,
read it
if you have
yourself.
reading comprehension
Yeah.
issues, please listen. I'm speaking
Sure.
right now.
Yeah,
Listen
I hear you
carefully.
clearly.
I have gone through all the passages
Okay,
related to how Islam requires women to be treated.
right.
Then you are entirely right that Surah An-Nisa there are details
Okay, read it.
of
No,
Mr.
just
Parrot.
we have to listen.
If you
Yeah, okay,
you
we'll
have to
listen,
listen.
Mr. Parrot.
Listen to the lady. Yes, of course. Too much of parroting.
The reason why I deal with him like this because I've seen people like him before in the past, and his conclusion.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me,
is
sir.
always he will never listen. People like this never listen.
Excuse me,
This
sir.
is why.
Excuse me, sir.
But-
Excuse me, sir. Amongst the three people here, there are only two people listening, including your wife. Thanks to her, you
I'm listening to my wife.
listen.
You hear that? A Muslim man listens to his wife.
Yeah,
Huh?
which is good. Which so
Yeah.
clearly you have,
So
despite
isn't
Islam.
is that not an aspect of a man who has to give his rights to a family and has to look after his family?
But now you're parroting again. Now you've gone back to your parrot
just
mode.
gave you real life
But please
example
listen. Despite being a Muslim, at the least you are listening to your wife, which is good, which is a great start.
It's an aspect
But
in
you,
religion we have to do.
but the one who has learned to listen to the wife clearly has not learned to listen to a Christian who is giving details. Clearly,
Go
so
ahead.
clearly you're a terrible Muslim in public,
No,
but
no,
to
no,
a
hold on,
but
no.
no, but
Let
to
us let
but
him
to the
speak.
lady,
Yeah.
at the least, with some goodness, hopefully you can improve. So please listen now, at least carefully.
I've stopped joking.
I have
I'm gonna
gone
listen.
through.
To me, though.
I have gone through. No.
And to
Let
us,
me-
I'll be. I promise. You're here.
You don't have to promise anything.
I'll listen.
No, no,
I
I'm
promise.
speaking.
Yeah, but to me,
I'm to
as
you.
well, as well.
Yeah, as well. Oh, was I not speaking to him as well so far? What's wrong with him? Is something wrong with him?
No.
Is he on drugs?
You just said him a terrible Muslim.
No, no, he's suddenly
Yeah.
saying, no, one second. He's suddenly saying to me as well, as if I wasn't
Did
speaking
I
to
say
his.
it's terror Christian? Did I
As,
say Christianity is bad?
excuse me. You know the
Believe in
problem.
all religions.
You know,
Started for an argument saying the other religions bad.
you know what I'm seeing with
In an
him.
argument.
Soon after,
Okay, let's get back to the Surah
soon
Nisa.
after he came here, you said, my wife not on camera. That's what he said. Remember? Right at the start.
Yeah, I don't
Now,
want to be the conversation.
sure. No, one second. No, one second. So he earlier said, he didn't ask you. He decided.
I didn't make a
No,
decision
please
for
listen.
her.
But please listen.
She wanted she in today.
He decided at that time.
No,
But
he
please
didn't
listen.
say it. I told him.
But please listen.
See
But
what I
please
mean?
listen.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Would you please listen?
I think we should get back to the Surah Nisa.
But would you please listen?
Now my wife, a
He
Muslim woman is talking
he
to me.
earlier.
I'm not doing anything about it.
No, you panicked a little bit
I
earlier.
am talking to you here while he's talking to her there.
He panicked a little bit earlier.
Am I-
Now
am I-
he is calming down, which is good, yeah. Anytime he panics, is that what he does? To calm down.
It's not related
No.
to
Sure.
personal
Love.
life.
Am
It's
I
related
restricting
to
my
Islam.
Let me-
right to speak to
We
this
should
man?
stick to the conversation.
I even said to my wife, don't ride the bike. And she said
All right.
to ride the bike.
In relation, getting back to the point.
Behave. No, we
Getting back. So now that you're not panicking,
talking to you here.
now that you've
I was
relaxed,
never panicking.
now that you've relaxed, and
Wait,
your
wait,
wife
wait,
could
wait,
also
wait.
speak,
Wait a minute.
and I could also.
Wait a minute.
No, you don't know.
We have been riding a lot, so.
Yeah, your ears could still work as you drink. That's good. So, the question I'd asked was, how does Islam help him? I asked him first. How does Islam help him build a good family? That's what I asked him earlier. He rambled on. He said something about rights and whatever else. I'll tell you this very significantly. I've gone through all the passages in relation to women and men in Islam, nikah arrangement in Islam. And what I can tell you is the sum total of the learning going across all passages is very simple. Women have to be treated as sex slaves. And he's in the process, he's in the training.
Stop. Go on. Stop. No, stop.
Don't touch.
I'm a Muslim.
خلاص بس يا مسلم اوكي
But let's listen to the man. Don't clap. This is freedom of speech. I spark 6 speaks for it. Freedom of speech. Come on, give it time. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. So the point is, the net result is that women have to be treated as sex slaves, according to the Quran, and I can give you specific details. Women have to be treated as sex slaves, net total. And now, in that context, I completely understand. You would know that even prostitutes are paid money. You know this, yeah? So payment of money does not make the sex slavery relationship any
Always
better.
sex. What is this?
Just because someone...
What is this?
How old are you?
None of your business.
That's a good one.
Where is your embassy?